So, hello everyone, buenos dias, bonjour, hein? Bon dia. Thank you all for joining us and joining Davide Milino, the owner of Etra in Florence. So, Davide, you have a beautiful group today, huh? One of the record number. So, we let you share with all of us your beautiful property in Florence.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and I really appreciate your time and the fact that I know it's kind of like a hot season where the bookings are starting. So I think it's the perfect moment to introduce for some of you the concept and for others to refresh their mind a little bit on what is the concept behind Etra and what goes beyond the accommodation and the exclusive experience that we offer to our customer. Just to give you a little bit of background, I prepared a presentation where I can walk you through, but I will leave some space to questions that I think many of you will join, and there is a lot of interest about things that are not described into the presentation. So I start from where we started. So Etra is actually our newest baby as part of a wider family business that started back in 1894. So we were born and raised in the fashion and apparel industry. But over the years, those two guys that are a part of the family moved from the fashion into the real estate business, where we do have a lot of commercial rental activities. So we own different buildings inside the city, but mostly we have banks or stores or restaurants inside. And what we're trying to do as fourth generation of the family is to cherry pick the things that we like the most and move them into this new concept of hospitality, which is basically made of two key elements. One is extremely high-end accommodations built in top locations of the city that we like the most. And the second one is access to our private portfolio of friends that can open experiences for you that are not really open to public. And I will give you some examples later on. So, of course, Florence is the city where we started. We started actually in 2022 directly with Dominic, that always has been supportive and promoted our concept all over the place, all over the world. But the idea is actually to expand, so to go and build a sort of Italian Grand Tour where customer can live the Etra experience, which is, let's say, a way to experience the city or the landscape that is around you with the way we would like to them to experience it. Yeah. So I start with this one of Florence. I give you a little bit of background on how the property is structured and what you can do inside the property, how you can sell it, and what kind of services are included. And then I will walk you through the different experience that we can offer. So in this building, which is the Liberty building that was built back at the beginning of 1900, we actually have created a sort of contrast between what is the classic exterior that you can see from the outside to the modern and extremely luxurious interiors that you can see inside. The way we structured the concept is actually in three ways. So you can sell it from a one-bedroom property, which is already what we call the presidential suite, which is already, let's say, quite big, as the size of it is about 120 square meter, and the accommodation and the occupancy max is about for two people at a time. Or you can sell it as a two-bedroom suite, which we call a family suite, and I will show you some items, features later on. Or you can actually sell it as a three-bedroom suite, which has an overall surface of 250 square meter and can host up to 6 people at a time. So this is important for you because it gives you the opportunity to imagine different types of clientele that can live this journey, starting from couples to small groups that want to stay together but then leave it separate at night, or bigger, larger families that want to have a common shared space where people can just move around and enjoy and being entertained with a lot of the experiences that we offer in and outside of the property. So when you enter to the presidential suite, this is actually the look and feel that you get. Yeah, so something that is not really common in Florence, as the majority of the things that you're seeing are a bit classic or still, let's say, trying to bring a little bit of a Renaissance culture in it. Here, we actually, when we bought this building, there was a bank before, and we completely destroyed it and renovated from scratch, meaning that we created an interior design that is much more contemporary and with a lot of items here that are coming from the highest remarkable top Italian designers. Yeah. We also have played with a lot of scenographic effects here, so such as the black block that you see over here, that when the top slides over becomes a kitchen, and we use that when we have a private chef experiences. We actually work with a very close friend of ours, who is Daniele Zazzeri, who is happy to come and cook for a couple of guests only. He's a one-star Michelin chef. And we actually are hosting a part of his wine cellar coming from his winery that has actually bottles of wine starting from the super Tuscan, such as Masseto, Sassicaia, or Ornellaia, up to the French ones. Yeah, so we can literally make sure that every specific and tailored taste of the guest can be accommodated. Right in the back, we have a very nice master suite where, apart from all the elements of design that some of you might recognize, there is a lot of study on the comforts. I don't know if you ever heard that mattresses can have cashmere inside, but we do have these here. Yeah, Dominic can tell; she has experienced those.
Yes.
Yeah, those are like very, very nice. Yeah. And all the linens that we do use are not industrial linens. So we actually have everything that has been custom made. So we literally went into the attention of every single angle of this property. In the back of this master suite, there is a giant bathroom that can offer both the combination of a bathtub and a rain shower coming from the top. And of course, a nice walk-in closet where especially women can enjoy to put their shoes all over the place. Yeah. Moving to the family suite, we actually have another beautiful living area with those two balconies that offers you the most incredible view of the city of Florence. So when you walk outside of the balconies, this is actually what you see. It's not a chat GPT stuff. This is a real picture that you can see from the balconies of Florence. And that gives you also the idea of where the location is, which is a block away from the Duomo. And that means that we are in the luxury district of Florence, and Dominic can tell is 5 minutes, because every time she comes here, I tell her, hey, Dominic, how far is this place? Well, it's actually 5 minutes, Dominic. So it is 5 minutes or less from everything that you need. Yeah. So nice at night. It's a pedestrian area. There are no clubs and bars. So it is, let's say, a very nice location. And for people that like shopping, of course, is a block away from Tornabuoni Street, or 2 blocks away from our store, where gentlemen can actually tailor their suites and create very bespoke clothing for them. Yeah. The family suite actually has another butler kitchen, which of course can be used, let's say, as a service kitchen when the entire property is taken. Sometimes people ask for a private chef or for a chef that comes and cook in the morning, and so without bothering the rest of the area, this is something that can be easily leveraged. And then we have other 2 bedrooms where, besides the scenographic effects, we also invested a lot in technology here. So everything can be remotely controlled, but also, let's say, with some nice features such as this one, which is an artificial skylight that replicates the sun movement over the day. Yeah, so it means that of course at night it's dark, so don't worry, when the clients will be sleeping, there is not going to be the sun in the bathroom. But when outside is raining, yes, we do still have the sun inside the property. Yeah. Then we have another, let's say, master bedroom, which is this one, and of course with the bathroom and suite. So all the rooms have their bathroom and suite, their closets, their area, and that's why I say also groups of friends can travel easily together. They have their own privacy, they have common spaces, and they have a lot of, let's say, features and entertainment around the house. When we go to services that are available, we do not have all the facilities inside the building, but this one we have, which is a restaurant that is at the ground floor. It's called the Sophia Loren, so kind of like a familiar restaurant for familiar name for many of you. And the restaurant, of course, is an open to public restaurant, but offers us the possibility to have room service all over the day. So meaning that from breakfast until the evening, you can call, you can order whatever you like, and the guys will bring it up. Breakfast is actually one of the amenities that is included in the rates that I will mention to you later on, but is not the only thing that we offer to customers. Then we have a block away from us a nice spa and gym. Where customer can actually access. This actually has an extra cost, but nothing crazy. But it's very nice because apart from using the latest nice techno gym equipment, it also offers you the possibility to get it fully privatized for the group of people that are staying with us. Yeah, so it is something that people do not normally use because when they come to Florence, they like to walk around. So they do their gym in the nature, let's say. But sometimes people want to keep on working out, which is also fine, and we offer that as a possibility. Now, moving to the second part of the story, which is the part linked to the experiences. We actually offer customers the possibility to access to many things that I was saying to you are not really available to public, such as this one, which is a venue of a friend, which is 20 minutes away from where we are. So nothing really too far from Florence. Actually, it is at the beginning of the Chianti area, where especially during summer, where Florence gets a little bit hotter, people can go there, and enjoy their day at the pool, enjoy the spa. But more than that, they can actually have a very nice dining experience in this restaurant that is a farm-to-table restaurant that has, let's say, the farm right next to the restaurant. But more than that, they have more than 100 labels of extra virgin olive oil. Yeah, so the tasting experience is actually accompanied by a different type of oil for every dish that is made. Yeah. Another experience that we offer, I was mentioning to you, Daniele Zazzari, the one-star Michelin chef. Of course, we can offer other non-star Michelin chefs. So depending on a little bit on the taste of the customer, we can customize that. But this with Daniele is a nice experience because Daniele is actually a fisher and the chef. So you will be actually eating what you got in the morning. And the quality of fish that Daniele always bring to the table is exceptional. Yeah. So it's not something that is super elaborated, but is real fish cooked with what is needed to have a wonderful taste at the end. Yeah. Other experiences that we offer are, of course, linked to the fashion world. So our first business where we can, of course, close off our store. We can bring a tailor inside our property. We can do from casual attire up to very formal one, from shoes, ties, shirts, and of course, suits. And for even more demanding customer, we can bring them to a cashmere factory where, accompanied by an art designer, we can help them to start crafting their clothes, starting from pullover, hoodies, or much more elegant items. Those are people that are actually producing cashmere for Loro Piana, Hermes, and Chanel. So when you get to the factory, sometimes you can see also the upcoming collection that has not been presented to the market yet. You can steal and say, hey, I want that skirt for me, but I want a little bit of personalization for that. So we went there as an example last October, and we started with clothing. So let's say there were like ladies working on specific items, and we ended up in furnitures. So the client that we had actually created a sort of Christmas tree full of cashmere. Yeah, so this is something that actually, just to give you the idea that we can go until the level of personalization and the creativity that we want to. Other things that we are very good at are, of course, the accessibility to buildings and known and unknown museums. Of course, into these buildings, we can access after opening hours. We can arrange private events in there. We can actually host concerts, dinners, or for people that are very passionate into art, we can actually take them to some laboratories of renovation of paintings where they can actually see, if they are lucky enough, paintings from Raphael, and see the people how they are restoring those paintings from 1 centimeter to the wider painting. And for people that are really passionate into art or people that are into auctions, so this is something that is a very nice and goosebump experience. Then other things that we do are into the winery world, where of course we know a lot of families, noble ones and others that have wineries in this area, or one area that we like a lot to visit is nearby the sea, where the Super Tuscan is made, and some of them are completely closed to public. Yeah, but we do have, let's say, very good friendship, so therefore we can arrange some very nice experience for our clientele. There is one winery which is special that we like a lot, and it is nearby the county. And inside this winery, people can actually tailor and customize their wine. So there is a room that is called Pink Room, where inside, accompanied by a wine expert, you can start blending the different grapes and create the taste that you like. And once you get to the final taste, they keep that formula and they will guarantee the production of your wine for the next 10 years. That allows you to say to your friends that you can be, for instance, a wine producer in Tuscany without owning the land. And you can customize your bottles, putting your label on it, giving it as a Christmas gift to your friends, do a lot of things that can come to your imagination. So this is just to say that it is, let's say, an initial list of things that we do. Then we are also very good in into the car manufacturing world, where nearby Florence there is Modena, which is a place where most of the nicest supercars are made, and we can have access to private visitors, see the factories, maybe talking to the owners, such as Orazio Pagani, for instance. And so having those opportunities is something that is truly spectacular, and we're happy to offer to our clientele. Going back, I don't know how much time we have left.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay.
You're doing well.
Okay, super. Then going to the more operating things, how do we get bookings? Of course, via Dominic the Bay preferred channel. You get like some nice amenities with her and a nice commission too. Or yes, you can go directly to us. We will always keep in touch with Dominic the Bay anyway. Then when clients come, they are normally, let's say, meeting one of the family members, which is either me, if I'm around in Florence, or it's going to be like other people, part of the family. We like to welcome people in person to get like a first touch, a first perception of how the entire experience then is going to be made. And then over the day, they have, let's say, a remote 24/7 concierge on call, meaning that they can call via WhatsApp anytime, and then either we send the operation manager if there is something needed at the apartment, or let's say there are reservations to be made. This is everything that is included in the rates that are there. Other things that are included are, of course, transportation, which is round trip, and that comes as an amenity when you book through Dominic the Bay. And all the other experiences come on top. Yeah, so if you want a personalized chef in here, you need to decide the menu, and all those kind of experiences come on top. And if you like, those experiences can be, of course, commissionable. Yeah. Do not ask me like for the specific experience if you just want the experience part, as we do not really work as a DMC. Is something that we only dedicate for people that are staying with us. Yeah. So price wise, I give you the range. So then should be covering most of the topics, but I think you have questions coming. We start from 1,700 euro per night in low season for the presidential suite, and we end up to 4,900 per night in the highest seasons for the entire space, so the 3 bedroom. I think the price, yes, is including the commission and the taxes, so no other charges are made. And the minimum stay is 3 nights. So I think I covered most of the topics, but happy to reply to all your questions.
Thank you very much, David. I think you cover so much, and there is no question. You said
No.
everything. Huh? I don't know. I don't know, everyone. What did you think? Do we have any question for Davide? As you can see, it's much more than this private residential rental. I mean, you have access to things, and that your clients will have access that other people don't give you access to. So that's make it special, and maybe also a reason to stay or to choose Etra. Huh? So attends, let's see, one question. Julie, so breakfast was included and they can sign to the room at Sophia Loren for the other meal, huh? Voilà.
Yes,
Yes,
so it works exactly like an hotel, meaning that whatever they order, then it is included in their bill, and then at the moment of leaving, they will just like pay for what they got. Breakfast is included. They can either have it at the property, so people can come up and bring it up, or they can have it downstairs. We also have other options for breakfast. We also have a friend, the owner of Paskowski and Gilly is a close friend of the family. So we have also our table at the terrace of Gilly and Paskowski. So people can go there, and if they like to see the Piazza della Repubblica, which is literally like a step away from where we are, they can go there and have their breakfast there too.
So Emma, the nightly minimum, we said the 3 nights, huh?
Yes.
3 nights, huh? Cynthia said, I think you mentioned something about new development at the beginning of your speech. Do you have more property opening soon or in the works?
Not soon. We are.
But
We
in the
are.
works.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Voilà.
Yes.
Anna wants to know, is there a standalone shower? I notice a bathtub with a shower on the top.
Yes, there is in the other 2 bathrooms. There are just like
Shower.
yeah.
Priscilla wants to know, is it possible to have a crib for baby? Housekeeping is daily as usual.
Yes, housekeeping is daily as usual. Sometimes people want the turn down service, and we can actually offer that too. And crib, yes. So I said before the occupancy max for the entire thing is 6, but if there are 2 babies, we can actually extend with 2 cribs to 8. Yeah, but no other, let's say, extra beds or things like that. We normally do not do that.
So Emma, you said starting rates, we said 1,700 euro, low
Yep.
season for the presidential suite, which is very good when you compare at that location the price in the five-star hotel. So, and you have something even nicer, I would say. Huh?
Yeah.
Caroline, do the small dogs are welcome?
Normally, no, but only because we are trying to care about the possible allergies of upcoming customers, and we do have animals in our house. We love them, but this is actually for a wider audience, and sometimes this becomes complicated. So sorry for that, but no.
Voilà. Ravin, you have a good question. Is the property accessible for clients with disability?
So there are, let's say, a few steps. There is a nice elevator that can welcome, let's say, easily the clients. We had actually two clients with disabilities, but they were okay to make those three steps to get into the different areas of the building. Yeah, so it's not like a long stair to be made, but three steps are to be done. Yes.
Voilà. And then they can shoot one of the primary room where you do have those walking shower because of course they cannot get into the bathtub. Huh? Voilà.
Yeah. Yeah.
Voilà. All right. So we said, yeah, no pets allowed on property. I don't see any other questions. There's a, voilà. So I don't know. Davide, do you have a, I know I got to stay there. I got to sleep in the linen and touch the cashmere.
Yeah.
This is my dream, the cashmere.
I know.
I never felt a cashmere like this. Your cashmere blankets are beyond what normally a cashmere feels. So that's what I can say. And
Grazie,
I
Dani.
love your kitchen. I never seen this before. You slide it and then poops, you can pop up everything. Your cellar with your rare wine. People have access to your beautiful wine. They're right behind me, actually, on the photo. You can see you have the fridge there. It's the most amazing kitchen that has everything and doesn't look like a kitchen. Huh?
Yes, true.
So, Cathy, you said thank you, Davide. See you in San Diego, Dominique. Patty, great presentation. Caroline, in total, how big is the property? How many suites? So,
Yeah, so the entire property is 250 square meter, and inside there are three bedrooms. The way you can sell it as a whole, or it is seamlessly divided in two,
mhm,
meaning that you can sell it only the one bedroom or the two bedroom. One other point that I didn't make before is that when you sell it as a one bedroom, I will not sell it as the two bedroom, as I normally like to deal with one customer at a time. I'm flexible here only if you ask me to be flexible, meaning that if you have two different groups that want to travel together and you allow me to do that, then I'll do it.
mhm.
Okay.
So the size in square feet, 2,690 square feet.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. So,
Voilà.
sorry, I said it in square meters.
Voilà,
Yeah.
voilà. And me, I was
Yeah.
checking not to
Yeah.
send
Yeah.
any.
Yeah.
Something also I think we did not mention, which I think I like, is when your clients are booking only the presidential suite, it would
Yeah.
not be nice to see that there is a door opening to the two
No, no,
bedroom.
no. It's a
And
completely, yeah.
you have a sliding wall,
Yes, yes,
which is
yes, yes,
incredible. And then, of course, when
yeah,
you sell it to a family, the sliding wall gets into the wall, and then you have a regular door to show
yes,
that you have a three-bedroom apartment. Huh? Alors,
yes, yes.
voilà, Vita, you say thank you, Davide. Thank you, Dominique. Oh, gracias.
Uh,
Alors,
how far
really,
do we need to book usually? It really depends. Last year, so I'm trying to make forecast myself, but it really depends because last year it has been a year full of last minute or
minutes.
last second. Yeah, so sometimes the first booking that I received last year for this year has been made with 6 months, let's say, anticipation. Yeah, I would say. So the sooner is better, but let's say is changing the demand. So we are changing to the availability to reply to very early bookings. Yeah.
Ah. So, Jan say grazie mille. Odette, thank you for the presentation, Davide and Dominique. Have a good day. Grazie, Anna. Thank you, Mark, from Mark. Christy, thank you so much, Davide and Dominique. It looks fabulous. Can't wait to sell this soon. Thank you. Carol, very lovely. Julie Jacobson, thank you so much. And Celine, beautiful presentation. Wow. Voilà. Christine, lovely. Thank you. Well, thank you, everyone, for all your beautiful message. Richard, you said thank you. Lovely to see you both. And Sophie said thank you. Well, I'm glad you love it. Thank you, Davide. You have
Grazie,
an
Dani.
amazing product and actually so much love put into it. It counts and the
Thank you.
clients will feel it. Really. Thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of the day. And thank you, Davide.
Thank
Grazie.
you. Thank
Buonanotte
you.
for you. Huh? Thank
Ciao.
you,
Buona
Carla,
settimana.
Jan. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.